like basketball. Basketball I like, but I'm not good at. Yes, I'm not.
Me too.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the State of the League podcast, the only NBA podcast coming to you fresh off of an ACL surgery. I am Jack, aka Jokic Joe Star. With me, as always, is the world famous Pablo Escobar. Pablo, how you doing today?
The only podcast where one of the hosts is on oxys. Which one?
Which one? Probably. Probably this one. The only NBA podcast coming to you off of prescription painkillers. Yeah. So, bunch of Olympic shit happened this week. There was a couple. I know Tyus Jones moved around, and then we have a lot of lobbyist requests to get to. Where do you want to start?
Let's start with the most important news. The legendary Gordon Hayward has retired. What a career.
What a career. He's a what if to me. I think him and Victor Oladipo occupy very similar spaces in my mind, which is like not necessarily a guy that changes the league or anything, but it would have been cool to have like another really good forward in the league during like the peak LeBron, KD, Paul George years.
He is interesting to me because he's a guy I feel like if you had just stayed in Utah, you'd be remembered way better. But instead you went to Boston, and now they don't really care about you. And then he went to Charlotte, and they're probably happy with him because he's like their biggest free agent signing ever or whatever. But they probably don't care about him that much either. So he's just this. He's a guy who's definitely going to be forgotten, I would say. But he was pretty good.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, like one of an extremely forgettable player, to be honest. But at his peak, yeah, I think it was 22, 5 and 4 on really good efficiency, like 60% true shooting, 40% on 5 3-point attempts per game, something like that. And he looked really good in the playoffs as well. He was a solid defender. I don't know. That's that. I think that was like his age 25 season, so it's not reasonable to expect him to take another massive statistical leap after that kind of production. But I think he would have been really good, and I think he would have been able to help a variety of teams if he had not gotten injured. I'm curious. I wonder what that Boston team ends up looking like if you get like the best, not even like a better version of Gordon Hayward than we ever saw, but if you just got like the best version of him that was ever actually tangibly on the court, I think the Celtics teams he was on were probably still pretty flawed, but maybe they make it a little further in the postseason. I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to say what. It's hard to just see them gelling too, just because they never really got it on track. It was Kyrie, was him, it was the Jays, and then I don't know who was their center. Was Horford their center still? Probably. But yeah, it's hard to know what his career should have looked like. But all I know is he was the guy in Utah. They were all like, "We'll die for you," and then he's like, "I'm leaving." They're like, "We will kill you if you ever come back here." And then immediately Donovan Mitchell came in as a rookie and like replaced most of his production and got them to the playoffs still. And they were like, "Okay, this guy's way better than that guy."
Yeah, and I think that historically, that's probably bowed out pretty well for Utah fans. Donovan Mitchell greater than Gordon Hayward. Donovan Mitchell sick as fuck. Gordon Hayward. It's funny to go from Utah to Boston and just like the pretty objectively the whitest guy in the league in those moments. I
Career
feel like
high on January 6th.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. What did he have 50 or was this like a 45 piece?
It might have been like 56, or maybe it was 50 on the 6th. I don't know.
Oh, I like that. 50 on the 6th. That's a good tagline for his career game. So yeah, a mildly forgettable career, but I fuck with Gordon Hayward. He had some really cool highlights, surprisingly athletic dunk package, shit like that.
Almost beat Duke that one time. The shot.
Almost, yeah. It almost banked in, but it didn't. Yeah, so I hope he has fun in retirement. He's a big gamer, right?
Oh yeah, he's is it I think he's World of Warcraft. He's World of Warcraft or League of Legends.
Okay. Well, whatever he plays, whatever he mains, I hope he has good luck in those endeavors. And he got paid, right? Like it's not like he did an Isaiah Thomas like full on missed
Yeah.
his payday. He got a fair amount of money from the NBA.
I think he got two, maybe. Did the Hornets give him one?
I think the Hornets, that sounds like something they would do, is like
Hmm.
re-extend him for cuz maybe that's why Oklahoma City wanted him this year too, is that he was money coming off the books and he was
Yeah,
like
that was the
getting
primary
get
motivation for that.
yeah. Okay. So yeah, the Charlotte probably gave him even more money than he had already gotten from his extension with Utah or Boston or whoever gave it to him.
And remember, his
All right.
wife was really mad. She was like, "I can't believe OKC traded for him and didn't play him. That they're traitors. They suck." And everyone was like, "I don't know. I don't know how much he has left." And then now
Yeah, I don't know what
he's
he's
like,
got left in the tank.
he's like, "Guys, sitting on the bench made me realize I'm really comfortable there. So
I'm
I'm
done.
I'm done."
This is way too much work on a day-to-day basis for me when I could just like chill and literally rest on my laurels. So, yeah. Shout out to Gordon Hayward. Shout out to Tyus Jones. The Suns signed him in free agency. I wanted to talk about this a little bit just because it adds. I'm curious. So the Suns feel like a pretty middle of the pack West team heading into next season. They've got a lot of high end talent. The West is just going to be super deep with like high end talent and depth. And so, uh, how do you feel about their addition of Tyus Jones?
Um, I think it's pretty inconsequential. Ultimately, it definitely makes him better, but I don't know if it
Hmm.
changes the fate of this team in my mind in either direction.
Yeah, I don't know. It just to me it's weird because okay, like you start if Bradley Beal comes off the bench, do you like this Suns team more?
If it's so, then what's our lineup looking like? If it's Tyus Jones, Booker, KD, is Nurkic still there?
Yeah, Nurkic, it'd probably be Royce O'Neal at the 3, I figure. And yeah, cuz otherwise you're slotting if you want to start Tyus Jones, you're slotting Booker probably down to the small forward spot who he's like a big guard, but I
Hmm.
would not want to see him try to play wing, a position he's never really had that much experience at in a very pivotal season for the Suns. That feels like a crazy experiment to start running. So logically it makes sense for Beal to be like the sixth man.
Yeah.
Um, but politically, in terms of like managing personalities and stuff, this man getting paid $50 million. I don't know. Imagining myself getting paid $50 million and then still being like, no, I want my job to be this. If you pay me $50 million, you can shut me in a dark room for like a week at a time, and I won't complain at all. Uh, yeah. So I think Beal off the bench makes him a little better. It added a funky layer to their roster that it confused me when I saw the signing.
What seed were they? They were the eighth seed last year
No,
because they
they
played
were the
Minnesota.
yeah, but Minnesota was the 3 seed. I'm pretty sure.
Oh wow. Okay, so they were the sixth seed, and
Yeah, that sounds about right.
so who was fifth seed?
Dallas, if I'm not mistaken, Dallas or the Clippers.
Hmm. Yeah, Tyus Jones doesn't put them over Dallas for me. I don't think.
Yeah. It puts them. I mean, the Clippers. I'm out on the Clippers next season. I don't really think they're going to be that good, especially
Healthy
if Kawhi.
Kawhi though, this could be the year.
This is the year. Imagine you get healthy Kawhi finally, and it's on a roster where like they have no shot, and he just has to backpack them every night for them to even win like 47 games.
Just backpacking a group of criminals.
Yeah. So I think Tyus Jones. I don't think he fucks with their ceiling at all. I just think it's interesting to see what they'll do with the lineups heading into next season. Do you want to talk Olympic basketball?
Well, we'll give an Olympic update to everybody. So I got the full tables written here.
Sweet.
Um, Group A, Canada stands atop with 4 points. That means they're 2-0. They are going to advance. Australia and Spain are both 1-1, and Greece is 0-2. Oh, there was a game that was going to happen today. Do we know the result of that? Let's see.
I want Greece. Greece beat Australia 77-71.
Whoa. Okay. So that, and then who does Spain play next?
Spain. I swear Spain played today. Spain just played Canada and Canada won.
Oh, okay, Canada. Wait a sec. Oh, so what does that do for this group?
I don't know. I've always been confused about how the Olympic shit works. I just watch the games that they put in front of me.
Oh crap. Okay, so everyone in this group now. So Canada advanced, and now everyone else in this group is tied with 4 points. So I would assume that's gonna mean point differential. But I don't know who has the best point differential. Let me search Group A on Twitter. Hopefully Elon Musk is probably gonna give me World Cup 2014 results.
Yeah, perfect. I don't have any of the standings. I only have the results of individual games written down. Since we last recorded, there've been what I've watched one, two, three, four. There have been 4 or 5 pretty big games that I've tuned into a little bit. France beating Japan in overtime was probably my most exciting game watched so far. That was pretty entertaining. And yeah, Greece versus Australia today was super fun as well. Australia went 8 of 18 at the free throw line. And if we're looking for like a giddy downfall moment, 9.6 assists, 5 turnovers on 44% true shooting.
Oh wait, what? How many point? Wait, he scored how much?
Giddy went for 9 points and 6 assists with 5 turnovers on 44% true shooting.
Oh, we're back.
We're back. We are back. Chicago Bulls, we're back, baby. That's literally your franchise.
Oh my god, I can't believe that's my representative. I
I'm gonna
used to
get.
have
I'm gonna
Zach
get that.
Levine at the Olympics.
I'm gonna get that nickname off for him. I'm gonna start calling Giddy the franchise, and hopefully it
Oh
catches on with Bulls
no.
fans.
Okay, I find NBC men's basketball quarterfinal tracker. Who's in and who's out? God, they do so much yapping in these articles now before you get to the meat of it.
Yes,
Okay.
it's annoying.
Canada. Oh, Australia qualified. Okay. Um, and in contention is Greece. Wait, so Spain is done? Oh wow, that's crazy.
I think they are because I saw that Rudy Fernandez is retiring on my timeline.
No. Um.
Yeah, the legend.
Wait. Germany, France, and how did Brazil make it?
Brazil, they just won. I think they beat
They beat Japan, right?
Puerto. Yeah, they beat Japan. That's who it is, and they beat them big too. It was a big deficit.
Oh my
So if we're
god!
doing
So
point
that's how
differential,
they
they're
did
probably
it.
still in play.
They just beat up 5-4 Yuki Togashi. They were like, "Yeah, we're definitely getting in." And then the U.S. won, and then South Sudan and Serbia are in contention. Yeah, so Brazil's definitely in, this article says. And then Serbia, South Sudan, and Greece are going to battle for the final spot. Okay, so two of. Wait, what? I thought there were only two third place teams. This says
I love
two of.
this. This is such a great listen for these people. Is both of us just being like, "Oh, wait, wait? So who won what, and what does that mean for the others? I'm confused."
So, two of Greece, South Sudan, and Serbia will earn the final quarterfinal spots. South Sudan and Serbia will face off against each other on Saturday, with the winner claiming second place. Oh, that's why. That's what's happening. Okay. With the winner claiming second place in Group C and a spot in the next round. And then it'll come down to point differential for the losers of that. So, Greece has a -8 right now. Serbia currently sits at a +15, and South Sudan is at -6. So
Okay.
so one of
So
these teams is gonna take the second place spot in Group C. I would assume Serbia probably. Do you think Jokic will be able to beat South Sudan?
I mean, I hope so, but it's JT Thor. You never know.
It's JT Thor. You can't rule out a lightning strike from the heavens. But so Serbia and South Sudan, the winner stays in, and then it'll be the loser, it'll be point differential versus Greece to stay in.
So
So
Serbia essentially is in as long as they lose by like less than 7.
yeah.
Because that would keep their point differential greater than Greece's. But South Sudan needs to win by like 4 or 5 points to make it in. I'm pretty sure.
Well, if they beat Serbia straight up, I think they're in. But if
I mean, yeah, no, they are because that would give them second place. You're right. Yeah. So I think the most likely thing right now is that it's Greece and Serbia in. If Serbia wins, that probably puts South Sudan's point differential down below Greece's, I would assume.
yeah, it would well. So let's say what if Serbia wins by 1, then South Sudan is at -7 and Greece is at -8. So South
Hey,
Sudan
that would
stay.
be cool.
Should there be any? Should Serbia tank the game and lose on purpose to get Giannis out of the bracket?
It would be funny, but I probably would not do that. I think just win the games that you can win and play who they put in front of you. If you're that good, you should be able to beat fucking Georgios Papagiannis, even if Giannis goes for 45.
So, who will you be rooting for Giannis to stay in the tournament, or will you be rooting for the new upstart country of South Sudan?
I'll be rooting for South Sudan.
Wow,
I like them. They're fun. They're
he
fun. They're cool.
wow he
I
doesn't
li-
want to see one of the greatest players in the world in his prime represent his country, the country he came in from poverty from. Wow.
wow. Well, I actually don't want to see an unfair genetic freak
It's
abused.
unnatural.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like he's clearly his body is producing chemicals that like yeah, Georgios Papagiannis or Carlick Jones or whoever like they don't have access to those. And so how is it fair that he gets to dunk the basketball every trip down the court but they have to actually learn how to play with skill and stuff. That's just oh, so maybe James Harden
Yeah,
originally, when
he
he
was
said that, he
spitting.
was like, yeah, he was I guess that'd be like an anti-trans stance. I'm so lost on all the layers of what's going on with like the female boxing shit right now. Uh, outside of the fact that like conservatives are just losing their mind because a woman produced testosterone naturally.
They're mad a girl won because she looks kind of boyish, and they're like, "That's trans," and then
That's trans.
that's literally trans.
And the Italian lady who she fought, one punch? Are you kidding me? You took one punch and you were done?
And she said,
Like,
"That's the hardest punch I've ever taken in my life." So they were like,
I would love
"Oh
to
my
get an
god!"
interview with like some of the people that she beat to qualify for the Olympics because they're probably like, damn, my punches must fucking suck. If one punch from this Armenian lady was able to just lay her the fuck out.
Who's the best Italian boxer ever? What if as a people they just don't hit that hard?
That's possible. It's possible. They're too busy making meatballs to practice punching.
They're too busy kicking. They're a soccer country.
Oh, they are a soccer country. So yeah, the upper body is just naturally not going to have that much explosive power behind it. Evolution has taken hold through soccer. And so kickboxing, maybe Italy is like absolute apex of the world, but just regular boxing, they don't got the sauce like that.
Well, so they do have Rocky. I think the real Rocky. But all these pictures of the greatest Italian boxers are in black and white. So it's been a long time. We don't know if the Italian punching power has scaled. But
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say no, probably not.
we'll go out on a limb and say we hate Italian women now. Yep.
We hate we hate Italian women,
Yep.
and they should be forced to fight men in real life. And I don't mean in the
Not trans
conservative
men
way.
and not women
Yeah.
who look boyish. We need 300-pound UFC champions.
Yes. I want to go to like a big like a fire station and get all of the burliest guys that they have there, and that's who Italian women should be forced to fight for their reputation at the Olympics. Because yeah, these
And
firefighters work pretty hard. They've worked their whole lives to fight fires, and so they shouldn't be allowed to fight. I don't know. It's kind of fucked
and
up.
I want to force everyone's daughter to watch that happen.
Yes, exactly. And critical race theory. While
Mm.
while we're at it, fuck it, you know.
And we're gonna and DEI is in there.
The firefighter just fucking lays one of the girls out, and he's like, "That's microaggression," and shit like that. Yeah. So I think it's just a wonderful opportunity to learn, to expand your mind, and to watch a woman get beat up by a man. I guess. I guess that's what the Olympics are these days. Everybody.
They ruined the Olympics. That one shooting guy, he didn't even use gear. He's a cheater.
He's a cheater.
The
Too
Turkish.
much testosterone. That's where we need to investigate testosterone levels. Is the Turkish shooting guy?
We need to invent a third hormone. Testosterone, estrogen. We need a third mysterious one.
Did you see he credited his bad divorce with him being so good at shooting?
That makes sense. It's like a Jujutsu Kaisen condition. It's
Yeah, he's like my marriage is falling apart, but I could shoot the shit out of this like 22 gauge pistol or whatever. Absolutely.
hey, after this performance, he can have a new marriage in a lickety split. Um, Germany and France are both 2-0. They stand at the top of their group, and they're going to play Saturday, I think.
They
And
played today at 3, I'm pretty sure.
wait, is today Saturday?
No, today's Friday, but I've been looking at the Olympic men's basketball schedule all day. I swear to God, they play at 3.
Oh crap! Then the article. Wait, so what happened? Oh, they play today.
Yes,
Oh,
today at 3 p.m. France versus Germany. So have has all this information just been done by like a day or so?
no, this is from last night at like 3 a.m. So that this
Oh my god.
um it yeah. So the article said it was Saturday, but they're tweaking, I guess. But the winner of that will likely avoid the U.S. until the gold medal matchup. So they'll be playing for something.
Dude, could you imagine if Wemby beats Team USA for gold?
That'd be pretty sick. That'll make it easier for me to make my goat case.
Oh, absolutely. Because gold medal doesn't matter unless you're not the United States. Then it's one of the most important things you can have in a resume.
Do you know the other countries that have won gold in basketball at the Olympics besides the United States?
Um, Argentina and Russia.
Yes. Well, kind of Russia.
The Ruskies cheated. I know that, but Argentina, we just lost because we're losers.
So, Argentina won, Soviet Union 4, and then the unified team won, which I guess is the Soviet Union broke up, but they were like, yeah, we're still going to the Olympics. So they competed under the name the unified team, and they won gold. So basically 5 for Russia, 1 for Argentina, and then one more country has won gold. One time.
What year did they win it in?
I don't know. It was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago. Are they a European country?
They were.
Fuck. Well, that's probably a hint that I'm too stupid to understand.
They're defunct.
Yugoslavia.
Yeah, they did it.
Nice. What year?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know. I forgot. Cool. Good job. Thanks, man. All
But
right.
what Team USA has not dominated is the 3x3. They're winless. Boys or men's and women's 3x3 basketball teams are winless. Well, maybe since
Yeah, I don't
3 a.m.
understand that.
last night they might have competed. They might have won.
No, I think they lost. I think they're 0 and 4 at this point. All right. So this opens up a fun space for three extremely mid-level NBA players to take a step up and defend the home country. Like what do we think Josh Hart is putting up in 3-on-3 basketball?
He could probably do some damage. The problem is no NBA players I think can compete because it's you have to be there for the whole time for qualifying and everything. So you can't just like drop it like what we do with the 5-on-5 team. We just drop in our bet. We just get the little guys. They're like, hey, qualify for us, dorks, and then we drop in the ring.
Nerds.
Um, yeah, but yeah, you can't do that with 3-on-3. So you have to be there the whole time. And so I guess timing wise, it's hard because a lot of the best players are playing professionally somewhere. So,
Yeah.
but Jimmer's
That's
like,
that's why
I'm
Jimmer
free,
Fredette had a free day, had a free month to qualify.
and then he got hurt. So, so now we're rolling with. I looked at one of the guys' bios. It was like played college basketball, quit for 3 years, picked up basketball again, played professionally somewhere, quit for another 4 years, and then came back for this. It's like, okay, well, yeah, let's.
So this is straight up a hobby to you. Cool. Thanks.
And you got to think like, could Joe Johnson still be the
Yes.
best?
I think so. I mean, I'm not super tapped into the level of like athleticism necessary to exist on a 3-on-3 basketball court. First of all, you're eliminating transition. So like that alone makes it easier for an old guy to exist out
Mm-hmm.
there. Joe Johnson probably would be like one of the two or three biggest strongest guys on the floor in any given matchup. He's what, 6'7", like a solid 240 pounds.
I would bet he's smaller than 6'7". That might be what he's listed at, but I bet he's closer to like 6'5".
Wow, damn. I always thought he was big. Okay,
I'm a
whatever.
Joe Johnson height truther.
Height truth or wake up, sheeple. Joe Johnson, he was playing above his pay grade. That's why he's even cooler than you remember. Because he was punching above his weight class, going at all the wings when he was clearly a tough shot making guard. So yeah, Joe Johnson, I think he could still be good. Who fuck? There's somebody who is like actively coaching for the Pelicans. Corey Brewer is playing in the Big Three League right now, and he's playing pretty well, I guess.
He might be able to do something. He dropped 50 that one time. I would love to see Carmelo in there, but there's no way he commits to that for free. That's the
Yeah.
big problem for you got to have
Um,
a love for the country.
Montrezl Harrell and Lou Williams
Oh, that'd be pretty
both
sick.
pulled up to like the Drew League or whatever a few weeks back. If those two committed to a 3-on-3 team, I feel like they could be pretty good together. They've got some really nice synergy.
Maybe once LeBron retires, he can that'll be his next project.
LeBron, Bronny, and Bryce James. They reclaimed
Oh,
gold for America's 3-on-3 team.
with little rehab assignment for the Ball brothers.
Oh, that could be cool. Damn. That would be fun. Um
And I think it's the type of sport where you can send multiple teams. So like we could have like 3 different Team USAs.
nice. I would like that a lot. That would be cool. So yeah, but at this point we are literally fantasizing. Team USA has not won a 3-on-3 basketball game so far.
Haven't won a
Have you
game.
watched have you watched any 5-on-5 games lately that stuck out to you as entertaining that you want to talk about?
Well, the obvious one is the France Japan. Japan almost beat them, and then they tied it with a 4-point play to go into overtime, and then France ended up winning. So
Yeah.
That's crazy. Japan is so pissed because those losers Brazil got in over them. Wow.
Yeah. Um. Damn. So if Japan had won that game, do they get in? Do they get?
I
Their point differential still sucked. Like
Yeah.
the games that they lost, they got blown the fuck out in.
Well, then I think it would be. Then that might be a must-win game for France. So then, like, that could create a situation where, like, if France got completely thumped by Germany, then Japan could go in and France could be out. That would be fun.
Oh my god. Hugh Watanabe making the second round over Victor Wembanyama. That would be sick. Yeah, there was a lot of cool highlights in the France Japan game. Rui Hachimura ejected on an unsportsmanlike call.
Mm,
Some people thought it was soft. He clearly like threw Rudy Gobert to the ground. And so I
that's
think a lot
Rudy
of people
Gobert.
exactly. A lot of people were like,
That's
okay,
allowed.
it's not like yeah, it's not like he threw a person to the ground. He threw Rudy Gobert to the ground. It's not like a human or anything. So
That
you
guy's
guys can just
genetics
relax.
are unnatural.
Yeah, he's a freak. Oh my god, he belongs on the ground. That evens the playing field. Hachimura had 24 points on 71% true shooting in just 28 minutes. Yuki Kawamura, 29.6 assists, including 13 points in the fourth quarter and overtime. And then shout out to white guy Josh Hawkinson,
Oh,
16 points, 8 rebounds. And he got like several stops on Wembanyama in succession, in isolation in the fourth quarter of this game. And Wemby, he played really well in overtime, but for just like some guy on the Japanese national team to put the clamps on Wembanyama for a considerable stretch of game time. It was impressive. It was pretty cool.
sign him.
Somebody do something. Hugh Watanabe packed the shit out of Rudy Gobert, who was trying to dunk the basketball. I wrote that down. It was like, unironically, one of the best blocks I've seen live in the Olympics so far. And then Wemby, 18 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 stocks, 63% true shooting, 8 points in overtime. Congratulations. You fucking, we get it. You're good. Oh my God.
Home court advantage. They still almost fumbled.
Ridiculous. Yeah, so that was a fun game. Serbia beat the shit out of Puerto Rico. Jokic, 14 points, 15 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 steals, 76% true shooting. Puerto Rico really struggled on the offensive glass. Serbia had 7 players in double digit scoring. Jose Alvarado was clearly hurt. He scored 2 points on 1 of 6 shooting.
Oh,
And then, yeah, it was not good. And then Bam Adebayo went off in Team USA's win over South Sudan. And we're getting even more agenda posting as Embiid gets the coach's decision DNP and Tatum gets to start in this game. But it's looking like for their next matchup against Puerto Rico, those roles could be reversed yet again because Embiid is confirmed starting on Saturday.
oh. I'll tell you what. I don't really care who starts and who plays.
I don't give a shit. It's like, yeah, people. I don't know. That's why I like liking Jokic because, like, obviously he's gonna start. People take it so fucking seriously. Like, there's no way Jason Tatum doesn't deserve to start against a team that's like super big man oriented. Uh, yeah, I don't know. There's just like Kerr has been playing it according to the matchups, and it's worked out fine. I don't know why he would change that up now, and I don't know why people take it so personally. Oh my god, it's just like automatically grounds for fighting online.
It's just one of those things that people forget is not really canon. Like every summer league, people are like, "This is a disaster," and then like right now, we're at the point where if you ask people like, "Hey, what happened in summer league?" They'd be like, "What summer league? I don't know." They'll probably remember Alex Starr sucked, but beyond that, and Reed Shepard was good, but beyond that, really nothing. And then in a year from now, no one will remember a thing. It'll be oblivious, or what's the Harry Potter spell? Oblivion, or
Probably something unimaginative like that.
yeah.
Forget-a-miss.
What a loser of an author who like Avada Kedavra. That's
Cadaver.
what a disaster. An abracadabra. Yeah. Guys, believe in yourselves. If someone that much of a loser, that uncreative, could somehow create a $1 billion franchise where every minority is named minority darkface, then
Cho Chang.
yeah, then you can achieve your dreams. Um, yeah, what were we talking about?
We were talking about just in general, like agenda posting
Oh
online with
yes.
the Olympics, who's starting, who's not, why it doesn't matter, why it's not canon, and why Harry Potter is a dickhead for not giving the Weasleys more money.
That's true. Um, the the Last Dance. Speaking of agenda posting, remember that documentary Michael Jordan posted to
I
push his
do,
agenda?
yes.
I saw a funny thing where the guy who made the documentary said that like the NBA only cut one clip from his final edit or whatever, and it was a clip where Scotty in the locker room. They were joking around saying what they were going to do when they won the title, said, "I'm gonna stick a cattle prod up Jerry Krause's butt and give that guy a heart attack," and then everyone laughed.
Wow. Holy shit.
The NBA was like, "That's too far."
You used to be able to say anything in the 90s. Like, it is crazy the shit that would just like casually come out of people's mouth in public. What an insane thing to say, Mr. Scottie Pippen. I hope you didn't actually do that.
Hey, listen. When it comes to Bulls management, if you ask me, if I would stick a cattle prod up current Bulls management and give them a heart attack, I would say I would do the Fifth Amendment.
Ah, okay, all right. Avoiding self-incrimination. It's beautiful. That's what we're the best at on this podcast. It's not breaking down basketball. It's tiptoeing the lines around what we are legally allowed to say about people in positions of power. That's
Fantasizing about certain people in certain positions of power succumbing to certain fates.
Yeah, yeah. Like if so say the Chicago Bulls are like Hogwarts Wizarding Academy or
I'm rooting
something.
for Voldemort.
Yeah, yeah. Then maybe that great spell Avada Kedavra that everybody loves.
Mm.
Maybe a wayward
I,
Avada
I,
Kedavra sneaks its way
I'd
up
be
into the head man.
interested. I'd be interested to see if one person in the organization, a few people in the organization, could tank it. I have confidence they might be able to tank it.
And you think Arturas Karnisovas is
Oh,
just eating that shit?
that guy. Well, no comment.
No comment. No comment.
I plead the fifth.
All
Well,
right.
wait. Do you have to have a functioning human brain for it to work, or
I don't know.
would it work with a
I think it
caveman brain?
stops like if you hit someone who is like on life support with Avada Kedavra but is like brain dead, I think they probably die. Like all of their
Mm-mm.
life functions cease. So
What if it only kills the brain, but his was already dead the whole time? Interesting
maybe
hypothetical.
damn. Interesting hypothetical. Do you have any final thoughts on where the Olympics are at right now?
Um, I
I guess Canada just played. Did you watch any of that?
no.
I watched the end. Canada, Spain. Jamal Murray's averaging like 5 points on like 30, 10, 90 shooting splits. It's pretty rough basketball for him. But Shea looked really good. Andrew Nemhard looked really good. Spain is obviously a talented basketball team, and Canada kept them from like I don't know coming back in the fourth quarter. They were up double digits pretty much the entire time. So that was a good run for them. I think Canada is well equipped to go at whoever they face in the second round. And rest in peace to Rudy Fernandez's career, but not his life. He's still alive. He's just done playing professional basketball.
The Forbes wrote an article about Team USA not staying at the Olympic Village because they're not doing it again. They never, I guess, they haven't done it since '92. It just became a tradition.
That's
Um,
fucking lame.
Forbes estimates that it costs $15 million to send the American basketball team to the Olympics, an astronomical figure compared to the other sports. The CEO of fencing and the CEO of weightlifting estimates that sending his 20 fencers to the Paris Olympics is between 3 and 400,000 for 20 people, including both his organization. Blah blah blah. Weightlifting raised more than 300K to try and pay for its own Tokyo staying, but Oh, to stay somewhere outside, I don't know. But yeah, basically there was just this whole article talking about like how much more money Team USA spending, or USA basketball spending, than everyone else. Apparently part of the reason they like to stay in a hotel is because they avoid having roommates. I guess if you stay at the Olympic Village, you get assigned a roommate or something like that. I
Could
don't.
you imagine the vlogs we get from like Anthony Edwards, Tyrese Halliburton hanging out all night?
That would be pretty epic. And I saw someone say online, it wasn't, I didn't see it in this article, that Devin Booker is staying at the Olympic Village. So he's like the only guy who opted out. So
I
what?
would unironically do. I feel like part of the appeal of the
Yeah,
Olympics is like this insane, like literally once in a lifetime kind of environment that's created by all of the best athletes from around the world living together for like a couple weeks or a month or however long it is. Not to even mention, have you tapped into the pin trading culture of the Olympics at all?
no.
Oh, dude, it's so sick. Every country sends their athletes with like their own custom enamel pins. And so there's like a whole economy of like people trading pins that they get for pins from other countries. And so by the end of it, everybody's lanyard is decorated in like a very
Ooh.
individual, unique way. It's pretty sick, to be honest. I'm a sucker for stuff like that.
So they get the pins. They're banging each other all the time. So that's probably what
Not this time. Did you have you
what
heard?
happened. No.
Dude, anti-sex beds. I can't believe you're not locked into this. The beds at
Where
the
are we,
Olympics this
Utah?
year, I fucking guessed. The beds are made out of like cardboard so that if there's too much like back and forth going on, they'll just fucking collapse onto the ground, I guess.
So that would be another reason why it makes sense that the largest humans in the world are not staying in the cardboard
Yeah.
beds. Um, but man, what a bummer. So what's Devin Booker doing there? Because I thought that would be his primary motivation. He's a horny young man. Um, the and then the muffins. You know about the muffins?
I've heard a bit about the muffins, but I would like you to elaborate.
There's this one guy who keeps making TikToks with the muffins. Like there's these like double chocolate muffins. They look really good, and he's always eating the muffins. So, and yeah, they have a cafeteria with lots of good food and stuff. It looks like a blast.
I would love a fucking double chocolate muffin right now. I'm sure all the baked goods in France are just fucking insane, but I am a sucker for a delicious pastry. So I think I've seen one of the swimmer guys eating like just like four of those muffins at once. Like it's like a bit that he's hoarding them at this point. But
Yeah.
uh, yeah. Okay. Beyond that, beyond pins, beyond muffins, beyond sexless beds and Devin Booker, I think that's pretty much all of the thoughts I have on the Olympics right now.
Um, Transitioning from the Olympics, Tyrese
Whoa.
Haliburton. There was a GQ article about Tyrese Haliburton. There were a couple interesting things in there. Um, when when Tyrese Haliburton was developing, I think this is when he was in like middle school or high school. His coach had his 3-year-old grandson as his defender, and his 3-year-old grandson blocked Tyrese Haliburton's jump shot, and so that was like his wake up call that he had to like change the release.
He's like,
Uh,
I fucking suck. Damn.
it says. Yeah, Halliburton's release was so low that the preschooler blocked it. I left in tears because I was so embarrassed of what was going on, said Halliburton. But also, they dropped that after his hamstring injury, he did have a back injury. And it was back pain that has lingered since he was a teenager and that locked up so severely before one road game in Charlotte that he could not leave his hotel bed. So
Damn.
that could be an explanation for why he was so up and down in the second half of the season, but that's not a W that your franchise player has long-term back issues. So not the best thing to hear. But yeah, and then he stays in Indiana during the off seasons, which is gross. Um,
Fucking psycho. Jeez.
he says he doesn't need much to get by, just a gym to work out in, a computer to stream games with his brother on their YouTube channel, the Haliburton Bros. Did you know about this?
I didn't even know they had internet in Indiana.
Oh,
A computer? Are you serious?
they shouldn't. We need to cut them off from the rest of the world. Um, yeah, they only have like 8,000 subscribers. So there's one video that has like 50K views, but the rest they're doing like single digit thousands. It's a lot of like WWE gameplay. I didn't watch any of it.
They do. He does like the WWE a
Yeah.
lot, so I bet that's fun.
A Bible to ground him, and a TV to watch Gossip Girl. Those are contradicting things, Tyrese Haliburton. A real Bible thumper wouldn't watch Gossip Girl. That's the sin.
Why?
Because Gossip Girls is, I'll tell you, holy things are not happening in Gossip Girl.
Is it sexy?
It's a lot of sex out of wedlock, a lot of drug usage.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
No baptisms, no christenings, no
No
reconciliation.
first communions. No
Nope.
Easter specials.
No. Well, do they have Easter's? I don't think they have Easter's, but they do have Thanksgiving, and there's an epic
the
Thanksgiving.
least religious major holiday. Convenient.
Well, no, it's actually the most prevalent religion in the world. U.S. imperialism. Oh,
Ooh, yeah, we are pretty topical on this podcast, baby. We're hitting all of the hottest notes. We're hammering the headlines that you guys know. We're pretty much like John Oliver and Jon Stewart and all the other Johns had like a way smarter, younger, handsomer twin baby situation.
John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt too.
Whoa, love that guy. All right. Paige Beckers, I saw this. This is just crazy. She's signing an NIL deal with an alternative women's basketball league called Unrivaled. That gives her like a 10% ownership stake in the company, and she can still play with the WNBA after she graduates. I just thought that was wild. I didn't see that coming.
That
I
is
haven't watched
bizarre.
a ton of. I know. Maybe Unrivaled. This is what they need to get off the ground.
Our
I'm gonna
official
go out on a limb
sponsor,
and say
playing in a different league.
nice.
Lay down a list of what is wrong, things you told them all along. Pray to God he hears you, and pray to God he hears you. And where did I go wrong? I lost a friend somewhere along in the bitterness, and I would have stayed up with you all night had I known how to save a life.
Yeah, that's what we opened the episode with. Was the only NBA podcast coming to you off of prescription painkillers and an ACL surgery. So yeah, it's been great. It's been real. Always fun to chat with you guys, and I'm gonna be in the Discord this evening when this goes up. But there's not that much Olympic shit going on. There's not that much NBA shit going on, and we did all your requests, and it only came out to an hour and a half. Yeah, like we can't talk to each other. Uh, so yeah. With that, on that note, pal, take it away.